So welcome back to another tutorial, and in this tutorial I'll be creating this scene as you can see here in this video. So it's going to be quick and fast. So first of all, what you need to do is to first import your design so that you can know the scale of how you want to build your scene. So first of all, I'll import my design, which is already in OBJ. So import OBJ, my design, I'm coming, project Clo3d jacket, yes, then in blue, yes, import. So here's our design. So the next thing, this is it here. The next thing I'll do is to create another collection, a new collection, and this collection is mainly for our design or our scene. Scene. Let me just name it scene. So let's start by going to shift A, then we'll add a mesh, a cylinder. Yep. So scale it down, so bring it up a bit. I'm going to scale it to the Z axis, Z, bring it down, yes. So let's go to this place, yeah, go to the tab, edit mode, then I'll delete the face. I'm going to delete the face, yes, delete the faces, scroll closer, this line here, yes, hold on Alt and click on the line to select all the line, yes, and let's click on one. Let me see if I can see this a bit, yes. So E to extrude and click on S to scale at the center, then I think this is enough, then we'll extrude it up a bit. I think this is it, and let's add our face. Click on F to, yeah, this is what I did. So this is the first part of our scene. Then let's go to tab, then you can just add your subdivision modifier, go to tab, click on R, Ctrl R to add internal line, yep, and we'll do the same for the top part. So then you drag it up, we'll do the same thing here to drag it up a bit, also the same thing here, drag it down. So the next thing we'll do here, is to click on the face, click on I, insert one and insert another one, yes. You can do the same thing here too, and insert another one, then go to tab mode, then you can maybe increase the viewport to 2 to be smooth and shade smooth. So this is it as one. So the next thing we'll do again is to, let's create our plane, shift A to create our plane here, scale it a bit, just scale it, not too much, then go to the tab mode, yeah, this line, I'm going to click on this line, then we'll extrude it to the Z axis, yes, just up a bit, yeah. So this is it. Then go to tab, I'm going to just add a small cylinder where we'll place the vase in our scene. Okay, let me start with the light at the back. So what I did was shift A, I added a circle, and I click on RX 90 degree, then I dragged it up. Let me click on 1 to set it, then drag it up then you can scale it inside a bit. So let me see. So I went to tab mode. So what I did was click on the line ES, yes, E and S to scale outside. Then I tapped on this line, sorry, hold on shift and hold on alt to select this, then extrude it again to the Z axis, sorry, Y axis. It's too much, just a bit. I think this is okay. I think you need to bring it to the back a bit. Let's go back to tab mode, bring it to the back a bit. Y axis is, yes, let's just hang here. Then we'll add a subdivision, yes, and make it 2, and that's the next one. So the next thing we'll do again is to add our cylinder to place our vase, just a small one. Mesh, cylinder, scale down, GX axis, let's click on 1, GZ, yes, and we'll bring it to the back a bit, GY, GX again, yeah. So because I want to set my cylinder properly so that my vase can show in the scene, then I have to like set my camera properly. So what I need to do is this. I'm going to bring my camera, it's not out, so shift A, camera is here, GZ, GY. So I'm bringing this back a bit. Let me set my camera. I'm using 1080 by 1080p. So let me bring another one of these out, sorry, one of these outside. So this is it here. Let's see, we are using this scene and I'm using this, yes. So now from here I will know if my camera is set properly or not. So this is GX and this is GY, bringing it closer. So I think I need to adjust this one a bit here. So let's go to tab, then GZ to raise it higher a bit. So let me use this method to adjust the camera. So I'll click on N and I'll click on view and I'll click on camera, so I can be able to set it by myself here like this. So I think I want to be sure I'm setting it properly. So okay, let me use these features. I want everything to be wide, random, yes. So let's go back to this. So tab is we're going to bring this upward, don't worry, Ctrl Z. I don't want to do this, so let me do it. So GZ to bring it up a bit. I don't know, is it exactly the same size from what I did? Well, I think so. The next thing we'll do is to bring it to the other side. We'll click on shift D, X axis to yes, this is it here, shift D, X axis. So that's what I did. Then how did I get my vase? So this is what I did. If you don't have Blender Kit add-on, you can go to Blender Kit, I think .org or so, to download the Blender Kit add-on, so that you can always drag assets without downloading it online. So what I did was to look for a verse here. I just clicked on verse to search for. So this is it here. So I was checking out for the free verse and I found one that was free. I think is it here? I don't think I find it. It's not here. Damn. Let's check for flower. Okay. I couldn't find. Well, I think I'll just add one of these since I can't find the verse I used for that video. But then you can always select the one you like from here. Oh, it's not here. It's not here. Is this one free? Okay, let me add this one to the scene here. So you can. So let it download. Waiting in the queue is downloading. And yes, this is it here. So this is the flower here. So what you do now is to click on the z-axis. Yes, I'm coming. Let me click on this line first. Yes, I'm clicking on the empty on the verse first. So let's go to the z-axis. Then I'm going to bring the cursor here by holding on shift and right clicking. Hold on shift and right click and shift S and bring the coming. So what we'll do is to bring the selection to cursor. Since you selected the empty, selection to cursor. So shift S and click on selection to cursor. Then we can do the same thing here. I think what I did was I selected the verse, hold on shift and select this one so that we can bring it to the this is a lot of flower. So I think we'll do it the other way. So we'll select everything from here to here. Yes, then the next is to click on shift D and X to bring it to the other side here. So that's it. That is one. Then the next part, which is going to be not too hard, is adding the grass, which is the ivy grass around here. So Blender has this free add-on that is called the ivy. Go to edit, go to preference. If you've not checked it on your add-on, so you just click on ivy. So this is ivy gen here. So now let's add an ivy to this end. So I'll start with this first, the plane. This is where I want to add my ivy first on. So the next thing we'll do is to click on N, then we are going to add a new ivy. So let's first select where you want to add your ivy on and click on add new ivy. Yeah, this is it at the back. The ivy is here because this was selected. So you can always click on Ctrl Z to remove the ivy away from the scene. What we do now is to play with the figure here. Click on this click on the plane. Then next thing is to the random seed. I click on 10. Yes, I think I used 10 in the video, in the design. Don't touch this at all. The ivy length, so I used I think 10 too, though this random seed does not matter. Maybe 5 should be enough. So just the randomness of the ivy. And this one, yes, no, not this, the branch probability, yeah, should be 10. And let's see. So as you can see now, this is our ivy in our scene here, you get, but then it's not textured. So if I go to this, if it's just white, we are going to texture that. So we are going to add ivy also on this cylinder, this, and the other cylinder at the other side too. So let's do that for both sides. So I have to bring the cursor here so that it will generate in the proper. So let me just bring the cursor. Where should I place the cursor? Okay, what I need to do is just click on Shift S, and I can see cursor to selected. Yes, that's cursor to selected. And since I don't want too much IV length on it, let me put it on 3, the size of the IV, and let's add new IV on this cylinder. Oh, it's too much. It is too much. Oh, okay, let's Ctrl Z it. Okay, let's make it 1. Is 1 going to be enough for this? So let's add a new one again. Not bad. Well, it depends on how you want to add your IV to your design. I can also bring it here. Click on Shift S. You have to bring your cursor here. So cursor to selected. So we can, let's make this one 2. Let's add new IV to this. 2 is even too much for this. Yeah, so but this is just it. Then we are going to add to this here. Then click on Shift S, cursor to selected. Then let's make this 5 since it's a larger object, and let's add. So you might be having issue placing the IV on object or any object during the process. So if you place an IV and you cannot see it, that means it might be inside the object, it might be inside the cube, you get. So you can always maybe place the cursor like outside, outside the outside the object by holding on Shift and placing it outside so that you can see the IV outside the object or around the object. So let's add the IV. So this is it here. But then this is like too much, way too much. So let's click on Ctrl Z. So what you need to do is to place your cursor on the world origin, since this cube here is already on the world origin itself, so that it generates from bottom to top, not from the center, because anywhere your cursor is placed, that is where the IV will be generated from. So that's like saying that's the root of the IV grass. So if I place it under this cube, since under this cube is the world origin, so the IV will generate from here, you get. So I'll first, let me reduce the value because I don't want too much of IV on the cube, sorry, on the cylinder. Let's see 6, no, let me put it on 3. Let's add IV. So this is it. I think this is still quite too much, so let me undo this. Ctrl Z is to undo. So let me put it on 2. Do you get? So okay, let me on this back, let me on my shader back. So add again, let's see 2. Okay, I think this is not bad for a result, but then you can always play around the IV to fit your scene, because when I start using it, I'm having issue. Like, so anywhere you place the cursor, that is where that is the root of the IV grass. So this is just how I created the scene here. So I think this is an emission shader. So what I did was to go to the material, add a new material, made it and just write emission here. So this material is an emission, not this. So this emission with a lightning, or I think I placed it on 4. Yeah, so the next thing for us is to add a shader to this grass, because this thing does not have any shader on it. So now to shade this grass we have here in our scene, so what we need to do first is to go to our shader, but just make sure you have this you need to have this grass image texture in a png file, something like this. So I found this online. Coming. So this is it. I found this online. So depending on what you find online, but I can make this one available for you. You can download it in the description box. So go to your shading aspect, then you also have to make sure this is in cycles. So this, yeah, is in cycles. So coming, yes. So this is it here. Shift A again to add. Okay, so this that is popping out. So I need to add the light so that I can see the texture here. So coming, Shift A, let me just add an area light. Then I'm going to bring this up, GZ. So this is the area light. Then let me just put it on 200. Yeah, quite bright. Yes, and let's scale it a bit. So the first thing I need to do is to add a new shader. So, and I need to add an image texture. Shift A, search for image texture, color, yes, and click on open. Then bring in your leaf image texture. Then this is it here, though there is not perfect here. There is this black. Let me denoise this. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's this black thing around the leaf, so it's not perfect here. So the next thing we'll do is to add a mix shader. Shift A and add a mix shader so we can bring in our transparent BSDF. So mix shader, Shift A, then transparent BSDF. Yes, I will drag this to this here. Then we'll bring our alpha to the FAC. Then the next thing is to invert the color, because there is a space if you notice. So let's invert the color, and you drag it here and see. So we have a perfect leaf here, you can see through. So what we just need to do is to just embed it to the other ways, to the other leaf or to the other ivy around. So let's go back to our layout. So this is it here. So what we need to do is to just to also place this texture on other ivy that are around objects in our scene here. So but let me name this ivy material. So this is material 6. Let me just name it as ivy so I won't make mistake. So click on this ivy, then we'll look no, not this. So click on the ivy here. Yes, so we'll do the same thing for others too. Place our ivy. Yes, then we'll do this here too. Place our ivy. So let's place our camera. So you can play around with the ivy. You feel like the ivy is too much or you want more ivy around your scene, then all you just need to do is to play with this max ivy length, you get. Also you can play with this randomness, random seed, then also this probability. I think the lower the probability, the lower the spread of the ivy. So this is just how I created the scene, and you can set the lighting to your own taste, you get. So this is how I created the scene. And also don't forget to download Blender Kit so I can always drag and drop texture. You don't need to leave Blender for you to get for you to get assets. So it's not just asset like models. You can also get material. You can also get HDRI to scene HDRI. So also you can also sell your models on Blender Kit, you get, or make it accessible through the member version, you get, so that you can make small income for yourself. So this is just how I created that scene. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll be creating more tutorial on scene that I designed for some of my clothes projects, you get. So thank you.